Well, welcome to the Easy Odds videocast, and a special one coming your way on this Wednesday morning because we are going to look forward to the next week or so and the European Championship qualifiers. And with the new rules now in place, it seems that, well, any Tom, Dick or Harry can qualify for the finals. So many places are up for grabs. But we're well into the qualifying stage and the normal protagonists are there and thereabouts, but there have been a few surprises to date. And Simon Hopper, editor of easyodds.com, joins us now to go through the key matches he feels where there are some betting opportunities and an edge for you and I, because we're both the same, we are the punter. Simon, let's go to Group G.
Yeah.
First of all, Montenegro versus Russia. All the group is 6, of course, 4th versus 3rd here.
Yeah.
Neither of which are what you describe goal machines, are they?
No, they're not, Paul. It's two struggling sides going head to head, really. And this is my best bet for Friday night. I really think the draw's a massive runner here at 12 to 5, best price. Montenegro and Russia are locked on 5 points apiece, and both underachieving sides, I'd say, particularly Russia. Fabio Capello has been widely criticised for Russia's performances. Obviously, he's had issues with the Russian FA not being able to pay his contract. Clearly, all's not well behind the scenes in the Russian FA. They've had some really poor results recently. 2 1-1 draws against Sweden and another against home to Moldova a couple of game weeks ago, which was absolutely shocking. But Montenegro are really struggling as well. I think a few years ago they were renowned as sort of a good underdog side, but they've really been dropping down the world rankings recently. They're winless in this section since the opening round. I think both sides will probably be happy with the point. I don't think it's a terrible result for either side, and I'll move on to look at the more winnable fixtures later in the group. So I think a draw at 12 to 5 looks a really big runner, and that would be my best bet for Friday.
Looks a tower fixtures.
It does.
Make sure you've got something else to do if you were thinking of watching that game during the evening, like maybe Scrabble or Tiddlywinks, because I don't want to be watching.
Well, the England game's on as well.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I don't know which of the two, to be honest. Let's go to Group A. Holland versus Turkey. A few years ago, this would have been a stellar match to watch. 3rd versus 4th in the respective group, but both teams sort of in transition at the moment, aren't they?
They are, yeah. Goose Hiddings been really criticised as Dutch coach. Talk of him leaving even before Euro 2016. They've been pretty poor. They're currently 3rd in the group. I mean, admittedly, it's quite a tough group. Like, I think Czech Republic are a really good team. There's a couple of others as well. But I mean, they're 57 to 100 to beat Turkey at the Amsterdam Arena. Probably a bit on the short side for me.
Isn't it?
But the bet for me, Paul, is both teams to score,
okay.
Which I really like. It's the best price 21 to 20. And Holland have been shipping goals. That's been their main problem. They're conceding over a goal a game, which for a side like Holland in qualifications is not good. Poor defensive results include a 2-0 reverse in Iceland. Even Kazakhstan scored in Amsterdam in their 3-1 win over Kazakhstan. They also lost 2-1 at the Czech Republic, but they didn't defend particularly well either. It's quite easy to see why, because you sort of look at their squad and it's sort of a stereotypical Dutch, world-class attackers but rubbish defenders. Just on paper, I mean, guys like Bruno Martins Indy, like Stefan de Vrij, Daryl Janmaat, they're okay. They're just not like, proper world-class players that you'd expect from Holland. But they're still scoring loads. They thrashed Latvia 6-0 last time out. I would never expect goals to be a problem for them in Amsterdam. They've just got so many good attacking players. But as for Turkey, they carry a goal threat. Both teams have scored in their last 3 successive games in this group. They've bagged 5 in their last 3. I think given the way Holland are defending, I think Turkey can at least score a goal. Holland will probably win, but both teams to score 21 to 20 looks a really nice price. Okay,
so we started off with 2 odds against propositions in the European Championship qualifiers. Let's see what Simon makes of Group F. Northern Ireland versus Finland. Who would have thought this? 2nd versus 4th. And a major chance for the Irish, surely, to cement their position against a leaky Finnish defence.
Absolutely, Paul. I think Northern Ireland are a really nice price to win this match. This would be my best bet of Sunday. It's 4 o'clock kickoff on Sky Sports 5. Northern Ireland are 44 to 25 best price to win the match. So they're ever so slight favourites with the bookmakers, but I think there should be even bigger favourites. I mean, Michael O'Neill's just done an absolutely brilliant job with Northern Ireland. They've shot up the FIFA World Rankings over the last year. They're 2nd in Group F after 4 games, which is just brilliant. 3 wins from 4. They've won both their away games in Hungary and Greece, which is just unbelievable.
Those performances were amazing.
They were so good, yeah. They got a poor result against Romania last time out, but I think it's probably an anomaly. Finland are a weak outfit as well. They've lost to 0 against Hungary and Romania in the last 2 outings. They've not got a particularly stellar squad at the moment. And Northern Ireland are, of course, historically very good at Windsor Park. If you go back to the World Cup qualification, They beat Russia 1-0 at home. They were leading Portugal 2-1 until 20 minutes to go.
I remember it well.
Yeah, and they have a very experienced squad who know how to play at Windsor Park. You look at guys like Aaron Hughes, Chris Baird, Gareth McCauley, pretty much the West Brom set. Then you've got Johnny Evans, Stephen Davis. These are all good players.
It's a good core,
Chris
isn't
Brunt.
it? Really
it's a
good
good core,
yeah.
and I think they're getting better at seeing off average opponents like Finland. So I think this should be a shorter price than Northern Ireland. I'd be happy to take them at 44 to 25 on Sunday afternoon.
That would sound a nice patent, those three, wouldn't it? 12 to 5, 21 to 20, 44 to 20. Don't forget, of course, and the run up to all those games, you might find extra books on each of those matches and all the European Championship qualifiers. All the books are covered here on easyodds.com. Before we go, we've got to mention England.
Yeah.
Group E, as per normal, flying through the qualifying group,
Yeah.
looking like potential European champions. Yeah. They take on Lithuania. And of course, all the talk is of Harry Kane and this possible new partnership with Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, I mean, obviously with Daniel Sturridge being injured now, it looks very, very likely that Harry Kane will get the nod up front.
Go on,
supposedly
Harry.
There's been the team leaked or something, so Kane's starting. I think he deserves to go, doesn't he? I mean,
it's so impressive.
I think also with the sort of natural goal scorer style that Kane is, I think he could be a good flat track bully opponent against someone at home to Lithuania.
But he's better than Peter Crouch.
He's better than Peter Crouch, though Crouch is next to record for England. But England are 1-8 shots, Paul. You can't really oppose England, though. I mean, they've just been so comfortable in Group E so far. I know it's an easy section, but you can't. They've scored 11 goals, conceded 1 in 4 matches. Lithuania aren't a great outfit. They lost 4-0 in Switzerland last time out. We beat them 2-0 over there, so that's sort of a good form line to go on. If I was going to be pushed, I'd go over 3.5 goals,
wow.
Which is 8 to 5. Would have landed in both of England's home games so far against Slovenia and San Marino. Lithuania have sipped 6 in their last 2 games, so I think this will be a very, very comfortable England win. Over 3.5 at 8 to 5 isn't bad, but I'm more likely to sit on the fence, to be honest.
And your best bet of the week? Where's that going to go?
It's actually going to be the biggest price one, Paul, which is a draw at 12 to 5 in Montenegro, Russia on Friday night. I really think this is just a contest between 2 struggling sides. They're so evenly matched, level on points in the group. I think both would take a point. I think this will be a boring match. Maybe don't sit at home and watch it, but definitely back the draw at 12 to 5 Montenegro, Russia.
There you go. That's Simon Hopper's betting preview on this video cast with easyodds.com on the European Championship qualifiers. We'll keep on doing these video casts. Not only on domestic games, but on European club games and European Championship qualifiers as we go through 2015. Thank you for watching and have a profitable weekend of betting.